Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I, Sadia Iqbal, on behalf of Garrison Academy Senior Campus, welcome you all to AppSix Online Support Program. As you all know that this is second week of mathematics and first day, so let us get started. Our today's topic is again functions, but today's lecture is all about question number 4. So in question number 4, exercise 1.1, we will be needing these all things which I am going to discuss here. So at the end of today's lecture, inshallah, you will be able to differentiate between function and relation. Then understand the concept of open interval, closed interval, semi-open and semi-closed interval, and by using them, how to write them, how to use them in inequalities, and then understand the concept of finding domain range of different types or forms of functions through graph. So we will just be discussing it, we will not be drawing it today, but for your next lecture you need your graph notebooks because we will be drawing graphs. So let us discuss this basically. Okay, difference between function and relation. You all know that every function is a relation. Why? Because function is a relation between two values or objects or variables, right? We have learned about this thing. So is every function a relation? Yes, every function is a relation, but a relation may or may not be a function. So this is what we have to discuss here, that why a function is always a relation, but a relation may or may not be a function. Function is a relation, we all know about it. And why is this a relation? Because it gives us pairs, because value of x will be connected to value of y, but for function value of x should be connected to unique value, यानी एक ही वैल्यू के साथ कनेक्टेड होना चाहिए, तभी वो फंक्शन होगा, राइट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ़ आई हैव अ फंक्शन y इक्वल्स टू एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1 और मैं उसको वैल्यू y को x को भी वैल्यू पुट करती हूँ, डेफिनेटली आई एम गोइंग टू गेट वैल्यू ऑफ y फॉर दैट x which is 5 here. So for x is equal to 5 you can see x is equal to 2 you can see y is 5. So for x is equal to 2 there is only one answer of y, which means this is a function, unique value of y exists, right. यानी for x is equal to 2 हमें y का एक ही आंसर मिला है, कोई 2-3 आंसर्स नहीं मिले. इट मीन्स एक ही आंसर मिला है, इकलौता यूनिक है, सो इट इज़ अ फंक्शन. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट अ रिलेशन. रिलेशन इज़ अगेन अ कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस, यानी वो भी पेयरिंग करता है, जाहिर है. इन फॉर ईच वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स ये भी होता है, देयर एग्जिस्ट अ वैल्यू ऑफ वाई, मतलब वैल्यू ऑफ वाई तो एग्जिस्ट करती है, बट इट डजंट मीन इट वुड बी यूनिक और नॉट. Let us check it out. What does it mean? If I have a function y square is equal to 8x and I give value of this to this function, then y square, what would be y square? Let us check it out. Then y square would be 8 into 2, which means it is 16. So y would be plus minus 4. Now you can see for x is equal to 2 we got answer plus 4 and minus 4. So it means एक तो आंसर नहीं है इसका, इसके तो 2 आंसर्स हैं, which means plus 4 and minus 4. So this is not unique. This is not unique. It is a relation but not a function, right? And the most important conclusion at the end of this I'll be telling you that now. Look at this image again, the same thing. Many to 1, meaning this 3 and minus 3 they are both connected or mapped to 8. They both have, we can write it as this. Okay, now this is a function. When the element at domain would be repeated, then it would not be a function. For example, look at this. It would be 9 and 3 and then 9 and minus 3. Element at domain is same, it means it is not a function. And the second thing is, you can see it is y square equals to x. So what is the conclusion which we learned here today is that the value of the power of dependent variable should never be 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. It should always be linear, no matter what your independent variable is. Independent variable can be this or raised to the power 10 or whatever, but in this case your answer would always be unique, right? So that was the conclusion. Okay, now open interval, closed interval, semi-open or semi-closed intervals. Very simple and easy method, easy concept. Okay, look at this. Here you can see both the dots are filled, so it means it is a closed interval, and the brackets for closed interval used are these A, B. What is the meaning of this? it means that all the values including a and b are there in this interval, right? Look at this, both a and b are empty. It means this is an open interval at both ends, a and b both ends, so it means it would be a b. Basically this is the bracket used for the small bracket is used for open interval, this is used for closed interval, and this or this is used for semi-open, semi-closed interval, right? Okay, look at this, it is open at a and close at b, so it would be open at a and close at b, like this. Very simple. Let us check this out from the number line. As you all know that on number line we have 0 in the middle, and all positive values 1, 2, 3, 4 are on this side and goes up to infinity, and all the negative values -1, -2, -3, they are on this side, goes up to minus infinity. Okay, this would go to up to minus infinity if until or unless we will fix it at some point. For example, if here it is -1, okay, now here it is a dot filled, and here again it is a dot filled, and I'm talking about this area, right? So what would be my interval? I'll be saying, okay, -1 was filled, so -1 closed, and then 1 was fixed, yes, so this closed, so I got this, right? Similarly, there are so many examples over here. Look at this, this is okay, 1 is open, 2 is open, it means it is an open interval at both ends, 1 and 2, so all the elements between 1 and 2 are included, but 1 or 2 खुद included नहीं है. Look at the second example, 1 is closed and 2 is open, like this. Look at this, 1 is closed so as 2. Look at this, 1 is open and 2 is closed. You all can see this. Examples are very easy. Okay, now how would we write the inequalities for given open or closed sets? Look at this, a and b both are excluded, but between them all the elements are included. So it means if I represent them as this, a and b, now a and x exists somewhere between a and b, but a and b are not included. If they would be included, I would use equality sign over here, right? So in this case we will not use it. Look at the second example, a closed and b open, meaning as this is closed, so I'm going to use equality sign over here, and this would not be equal, so like this. Check it out. Okay, look at the third one, this one, which means a open, b closed, so I'll be writing it as a open and b closed. You can see equality is with b. So that's how you're going to do this, and this would be inshallah used in question number 4. Next thing is graphical representation. It means that we are going to learn that how to read the graph, how to read domain and range from the graph, right? Okay, look at this. You all know that values of x gives us domains, and values of y will be giving us ranges. So domain means the shaded part, as you all can see this shaded part, right? In this, what is value of x and what would be value of y? For that would be range, and the value of x, that would be domain. This is what we have to do. Okay, you can see that x is 3 and x is 3 and x is 12, but they are both included in this area. So the domain is x is from 3 to 12, including them both, right? So this is your domain. You can see this is your domain. Let's check it out, our range for this. Look at this shaded area. In this shaded area, value of y is from 6 to 12, including 6 and 12. So I'll be saying, okay, y is from 6 to 12, this is my range, and I hope you understood. And just likewise, we will be discussing so many examples inshallah in the next lecture of this topic. Okay, so you have to do this, you have to go through these 3 examples, 2, 3 and 4, so that your question number 4 will become easy for you. And now wish you all the very best for today's test. Do it neatly and do it by yourselves. Okay, wish you all the very best. Thank you.